2008 Corporate Cybersecurity Seminar Series. Overview, Distributed Denial of Service Attack. Detective David Dunn, Seattle Police Department.
So what is a DDoS attack? To a corporation and to your customers, this is a DDoS attack. This is one of your customers trying to get online and go to your website. And this is what they get, page not found. Doesn't work. Because somebody's attacking your network with so much traffic that your legitimate customers can't get there. Now, if your website's down for, depending on what your company is, your website's down for half an hour, you can survive that. If your website's down for 3 or 4 days, there's going to be a lot of press about it. There's going to be huge costs associated with trying to stay in front of the hackers, trying to switch your IP addresses and do a lot of stuff. And you're going to start, if you're a financial institution, say you're a large bank and your customers can't get online, if they can't see their money, they're scared it's not there anymore. So they're going to start calling your branches. They're going to start, any kind of business where somebody can't access their online account. You see huge spikes in traffic, both through call centers, and then if you have brick and mortar locations, they're going to be in there asking what's going on. Your employees in those branches, those brick and mortar places, your phone bank people, they don't know. They'll provide the information. It's going to be a lot of I don't knows and a lot of kind of disgruntled customers. That's what I see in a DDoS attack.
What does DDoS stand for?
It's a distributed denial of service attack. So this is why I drink on Friday nights. So this is a command and control server. This is our bad guy right here. So this bad guy, this is an actual DDoS network that I've worked on. These are all of his kind of secondary command and control servers. Each one of these computers is compromised. You got no one didn't pay for it, and they all reach out to these clusters of computers. So when you download viruses, malware, whatever your computer, you go, why does somebody do that? Why do they create malware other than to slow my computer down and irritate me? Well, your computer is ultimately reporting way back to this guy, and these are 50,000 nodes sitting right there. He can use those 50,000 nodes to flood your server. Now, depending on how the server is configured, a lot of different things can happen. Very likely scenario, you flood your server with traffic and your server just says, I'm not going to talk to anybody anymore, I'm shut down, nobody's going to transmit information. Other cases, there are servers that will break open. Server says, I don't understand all this information, I can't inspect it fast enough, and they're going to let all that information through. Depends on how the infrastructure is set up. But ultimately, it's the perception that your customers have. The key is, I don't get maps like this if I get a call to exactly the attack happened. So I can't go from this node right here to this guy way back here, a couple steps down the chain if I'm trying to look at historical log files that have been deleted or erased or gone a couple weeks after the fact. So it's key for us to get just that real-time live information from that DDoS attack. So that's a DDoS attack, and it hugely affects corporations. Another real reason for the DDoS attack is where we'll see it is they'll attack the corporation and they'll say, okay, we're attacking you right now. You know it because you're down. Give me $100 grand and I'll make it stop. Or they'll attack a large corporation and then they'll go to a medium-sized corporation and say, hey, read these news articles. Everybody knows so-and-so got attacked. You're next. So if you don't want this to happen, pony up. And all of it, for the most part, is at an international level. So these are not cases that, traditionally, I started, I was arresting crack dealers up in Aurora. It's a pretty localized crime. Now, I'm lucky if I stay in the state of Washington. I consider myself fortunate if I'm still within the continental United States, and 9 times out of 10, I'm looking at an international picture. So I kind of went over this. The only issue I didn't talk about DDoS is warfare. Chip touched on it briefly. Georgia, the country, not the state, was DDoS by the Russian business network just prior to that invasion. It's not the first, it's just the first DDoS attack in warfare that got pressed. So it's happened before, but it's the first time that the general public saw, hey, the internet is being used as a weapon in an actual ground war type situation. Those servers were then, we think, okay, it's the country of Georgia's problem, no big deal. Well, then it became Atlanta, Georgia's problem because a Georgian citizen that had his own hosting company in the state of Georgia then told the Georgian government, hey, mitigate your stuff over here, and basically told the Russian business network, bring it on. So then it becomes a U.S. investigatory issue if the attacks continue. Luckily, the Russian Business Network kind of decided, nah, we're not going to go after them right now, but it was definitely a possibility because here we were in the U.S. posting a foreign government's